Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful light warriors, old souls, and evolving beings. How is everybody hanging in? Have you been pushed and pulled and shrunk and expanded and put through the kiln and released and wondering where you are and what's happening in the world and what's happening with your energy and what's happening all around? Well, I assure you, it has been 3 unbelievable weeks, and I have been on the road and have so many incredible stories to share about how each and every one of us, no matter how far we've come, are getting pushed and pulled, letting the fractals that no longer serve us go. So, the big message that I have for you today is the concept of recalculating. Because in these last few weeks, you have become completely different beings. And just you wait, because more energies are coming up this weekend and more are being pulled in, because we are going through this and only our highest and best will work. So, the first week that I was traveling and on the road and away, I literally, from my last message, you heard the computer going, the screen was blipping, I couldn't get internet connections. Literally, there was an electrical blackout in the building that I was in, and it happened 2 or 3 days until eventually they had to call in people to rewire the entire building that I was in. The funny part was, I was in a building and there were like only two other people. So I don't know what caused this blackout, but I listened to universe, and I listened to universe in the sense that it was not time for me to speak. There were so many triggers going on for people 3 weeks ago. One person would trigger another, and old issues would come up, and I literally was looking at all of this and feeling the energies. And there comes a point where each and every one becomes accountable for what they put out. And because the energies were changing so rapidly, a little part of me did not want to give any information out. Because remember, you are all evolving, and the life and the energy and the universe you're choosing is something you're creating right now. So there is a level where many of us who have been outspoken, who are kind of pushing for everyone in this ascension process, a lot of us ended up getting a little bit blacked out that first 3 weeks ago. And a lot of us just could not load YouTube videos. There were so many things going on. So, like I said, I took that energy as a time just to go within and to try to relax a bit, knowing that the week after that, week 2, there were going to be a lot of completions and issues and pushing in my life that I was being forced to move through. Now, it does help when you have your intuition with you and you realize why these things are happening and you realize that you have to push through. But you can be so psychic and know everything that's going on. And I assure you, you still have to go through life's lessons. There are no shortcuts. I hate to tell you. But the great news is the more aware we can be now, the more we can manifest and create what it is that we're bringing in. So that second week was all about universe really coming in and pulling in completion for so many people. This is not just me. I'm talking about the collective. And with completing energy, what happens is that brings in new energy. So that by the third week, so many of us were already working in these new realities, in these new areas. And a huge part of where my travels took me, many, many miles, was to relay and to finish up and to bring new energies to old ley lines. So the funny part is, as I've said in another video, I end up in these places and I'm like, why am I here? And so many times when I get through it, I look back and I go, it was so obvious. And that's how everything is for us at this point. But my huge message today is intertwined in all of that. There is still a huge portion of individuals, even the light workers, who are still struggling with ego issues. And I'm going to address this, but in different videos. In this video, what I want to talk about is recalculating, because our energies are flowing in and out so much. We have massive, if you think of symbols and signs and graphics and triangles and every little geometric shape is being built and expanded around us so that our light bodies can expand further and further so that they can take us into the higher dimensions. So when you are in these phases, you do not want to stick to any concept or idea. You literally want to be the open individual who, just like your GPS voice, when you're picking a destination, it's giving you directions. And every time you miss it, it's like recalculating. This is who you need to be for a period of time. When all these energies are coming in, you can, in a sense, pick a destination. You basically want to go in this area. So when you're picking that destination, you're thinking, what brings me joy? What would make me the happiest? And what is it that I basically would like to now learn and pull into my life? Don't make it so specific though, because remember, universe is here to help you bring things to you way beyond your wildest dreams. So you set this little destination of what you think you'd like to try, what you think you'd like to enjoy. And as you're going along, all of a sudden you miss the exit. It's okay. It's okay you miss the exit, because as you hear that little voice that goes, recalculating, and it says, at the next exit, turn right, make a U turn, go back. The thing about this program is that it is not emotionally involved in the ego. So it can literally turn around to you and say, well, you just need to turn around. So, how can we use that as an example in our lives? Because if we can detach our ego from the decisions that we made or where we thought we were going, we're going to enjoy the journey so much more, because there is no right or wrong. You see, when you missed that exit and you went in what you thought was the wrong direction, it wasn't. It was something you needed to finish. It was something you needed to experience. It is something that you will laugh hysterically about in the years to come. As painful as it was that moment when you took the wrong turn, there are no wrong turns. But the way to move through it is to always allow yourself non-ego, no attachment, recalculating, and laugh. Have fun with it. Oopsie, I just missed the turn. Ooh, let's see what I'm going to learn from this little episode. Let me see what I'm going to see that I would not have seen if I had not been forced to go back down that trail. But the difference is, in this recalculating, you're not recalculating from a 3D trigger point ego view. Okay? You are bringing in the highest, most evolved energy into where you are going and what you are doing. So, as I was even driving along, going back all the old highways from 20 and 30 years ago, mind blowing. Looking at how things had changed, looking at the places I really had no interest in going back to, but I needed to, I kept myself floating above. And as I was floating above, I was picturing reformatting, recalculating, removing the old energies, bringing in the newer, higher energies so that we can create new universes, a new place to live and be that no longer holds those attributes of the old. This is why you are so important. Because if all of us can let go of the attributes that we don't like, all the way down to highway systems, electrical wiring, you name it, and bring in a higher way of living, one that is ease and flow and beauty and love on each and every being that you meet along the way, we are, in effect, programming the new universe we are living in. And that is exciting because that universe is a beautiful, incredible place with loving, kind people and not having the same push and pull and triggers that we had in the past. But the only way you can do that is with non attachment. You just keep recalculating. There is no right, there is no wrong. You are out of the duality if you allow yourself to be. So do allow yourself to be, because the last 2 days, a lot of energies have come in. Again, going to the point where you have an intention for the day, what you think you're going to do, and zap, that's it. You lay down, 4 to 5 hours go away, and then you try again. Well, those are going to be coming through more and more, because understand, we are letting go of fractals, we are letting go of old programming still, we are creating new ventures, we are moving into pulling in people we enjoy so much more. There is so much going on. So remember, love, love, love on yourself. Let it be okay to let go. Let it be okay to recalculate. Or, as I tell my body every single solitary day, twice a day at least, and a few times during the day, you are just recalibrating into your higher self. Oh, what a beautiful place that is to be. And as we pull in this, you will start to manifest unbelievable things. And I will talk about that in another video, about how universe will force you to complete things. But I send my eternal love to you. I have missed communicating with all of you. Look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking and how you're doing. Love you.